want to exert yourself on the opposition and gain a pattern of play that you wish. You've got to fight for that usually at the start of most games.
This is Stefan Posch. It's a good run from deep. Flag rightly stays down. And it's swept away from the lurking Gregoric.
Yeah, excellent from Gubasi. A good tournament so far. The 19-year-old just about gets back into position.
Austria will utilize a long throw via Tottenham Hotspur's Kevin Danso. No effort at all to get that deep into the Spain penalty area. Back out with Danso again. Two players with key roles for Austria today. Seiwald and Java Schlager, the heart of the midfield. It's an area where Spain are so used to dominating. But they've got good legs in there, those two. Well, it will be key for them, but they're opened up now. Risky challenge. Referee says play on. Spain earn their first corner.
A real bright start though from Yamal, drifting from that left-hand side into the middle. Felt he was fouled, pushed in the back by Schlager. And Kevin Danso doing really well to just cover. Yamal looking to cross.
Real crowd scene around the goalkeeper, Alexander Schlager. Austria play their way out nicely. Lima. Here's Alaba. So good to see him finally get to a World Cup. What a wonderful servant. 117th cap for the player on the ball today, Alaba. Now, is that a well-timed run? No, flag's gone up very quickly against Gregoric.
And of course, Spain were always going to come into this game favourites, but take nothing away from Austria as a side and the experience they have, as we see referee view of Yamal in particular gets that back. Slightly disappointed with his strike at goal. We've been fortunate to be pitch level, which the stadium couldn't get any better. It just looks incredible from where the players are. Pitch is magnificent. Slightly long, possibly, for the way Spain want to play. Not particularly zippy. Austria will, of course, try to utilize that.
It is a surface that has generally been highly praised. Match number 7 of 8 at the glorious Los Angeles Stadium. Poro. Lamal. Back with Pedro Porro. Dani Olmo. Striking it first time on the volley. Austria happy to have bodies in the way. Cucurella with the offer here. Just squeeze for space. But he has earned the corner.
Oh, he's so unlucky, Danny Olmo. It hits his striker, Oyarzabal. Otherwise, this may well have hit the back of the net.
Alex Baena will take the Spain corner. So that near post area. And he'll try again. Last touch was an Austrian one. Laporte.
Great delivery in, wasn't it? Laporte at the near post. Danso just about does enough. He's behind Laporte. Just to get his head there to deflect it over for another corner.
Could see the anguish of Aymeric Laporte there. There's a chance, but the officials have decided, and that has been a tweak at this World Cup 2026. If a corner kick is wrongly awarded, VAR can step in. Eventually it was a goal kick for Austria.
That's going to be a brilliant battle to watch between Lima and Yamal.
He's a real good athlete, Konrad Lima. He'll need to be today.
Well, as much as Yamal will hope to enjoy trying to dribble past Lima, I think Lima might enjoy trying to stop it.
Pedro Porro looking for a long throw perhaps, and drops it somewhat shorter. Fed in by Kubasi. Schlager, not the cleanest of punches.
Yeah, wanted a free kick, didn't he? Alexander Schlager came out. Oyarzabal didn't really do anything or move. Hence why the referee didn't give him the decision.
Kubasi, still only 19, plays with such maturity. The Barcelona centre-back. Olmo. Free kick given for Spain by a well-positioned Swedish referee. Glenn Nyberg, man in charge in the middle. Here's Lamal. Lima wins the latest argument. Olmo. Cucurella. Baena. Marc Cucurella again. He'll be joining Real Madrid this coming season, having left Chelsea. Another Spain corner.
They've started so well, Spain, getting it over to Yamal as quickly as possible. Just a turn of speed here. Lima looked like he was really struggling. There just isn't enough contact. Yamal's looking for the penalty before this genuine contact, which is why the referee wasn't interested.
Good header by Baena, back to him via Oyarzabal. Rodri.
Rodri, Spanyol, mas.
So good to see Spain's captain today, Rodri, back fit again after all his injury issues at his club, Manchester City. It's well read by Posh. Comes under immediate challenge from Cucurella. Winners of this round 32 tie will play either Portugal or Croatia, who meet later today. FIFA President Gianni Infantino on the premises. That round 16 tie between Spain or Austria, Portugal or Croatia will be in Arlington in Texas on July 6th. We already have many of our round 16 matchups in place. All three co-hosts through to the last 16. Canada will play Morocco, Paraguay against France after the Paraguayans caused a shock in eliminating Germany. Brazil against Norway. England go to Mexico, who haven't lost a game at the Azteca for 13 years. Amazing record. USA, who caused so much noise, in particular in two group games here in LA, will face Belgium. Reigning world champions Argentina or debutants Cabo Verde. What a job they've done to get to the knockout stages. Will meet either Australia or Egypt. Switzerland or Algeria will face Colombia or Ghana. Kubasi happy to go back with Simon, who's very much Spain's #1 goalkeeper, despite intense competition from two goalkeepers who are far and away the best in their respective leagues last season. David Raya at Arsenal and Joan Garcia at Barcelona. Simon is the favoured one from coach De La Fuente, as we have a stoppage here for a Spain injury.
Oyarzabal looking to spin him behind, felt Alaba blocked him intentionally. He's clashed with Oliver's face as well. Just a talking to from the referee. Not a huge amount in that, of course.
Oyarzabal quickly back on his feet again. Tangle of legs will result in a free kick in favour of Pedro Porro and Spain. Penelope Cruz doesn't need too much introduction. Javier Bardem, actor alongside her. Posh. Danso. Bit of space here for Lima. Alaba. Danso taking the place of Philipp Lienhardt at the heart of the Austria defence today. Space to move forward here, Danso.
A bit of possession for Austria. Been difficult so far in the game with how well Spain keep the ball.
Tenacious work in that Austrian midfield. Useful looking cross, just out of the reach of Gregoritsch, who how often has the knack of being in the right place at the right time for Austria.
Great clipped spinning ball in from Sabitzer. Gregoritsch just cannot stretch enough. Kubasi, I think, does excellently there just to hold him.
Kubasi up against a wily old campaigner in Michael Gregorich. With evidence there, the quality that Sabitzer can provide. Here comes Spain. Baena. Olmo. Now Cucurella. Rodri to Pedri. Laporte. Yamal. This is Pedro Porro. Well read by Alexander Schlager.
Yeah, important goalkeeping. As Pedro Porro looked to find Olmo at the back post. Goalkeeper came across well. But it's difficult for Austria when Spain have the ball because they're trying to be compact and not allow that ball to be played through the middle. But of course, leave the space wide then for Yamal. And Porro have done well so far in the game.
Just a little over-aggressive from Porro. Spain on this magnificent run of no defeats in their last 34 competitive internationals. Last team to beat them was Scotland in the European qualifier back in March 2023. Danso.
Kejat ini mas, kejat ini nih.
20 minutes gone. Ralf Rangnick, despite not seeing his side have a single touch inside the Spain penalty area so far, will be very well satisfied at how his team collectively have operated out of possession. We expect Spain to dominate the ball, they generally do. Here's Lamar. Skips away from Lima, but the cover's on from Sabitzer. Gregorich.
Maybe Lima's not enjoying it as much as I thought he might. I mean, so much talent, Yamal. And he stands you up as a defender. That's why he needs Sabitzer to help him. It's going to be important.
Yamal says he's 80% in terms of his best at the moment. And that would be at 100% for most. Rodri.
I'd take 20%, if I'm honest.
Cucurella. Baena. Oyarzábal, it's an excellent run. It's really good from Danso, who stayed with the run of Oyarzábal there. It was crucial.
So important, but that's what he's so good at. Oyarzábal, clever movement, spinning in behind Danso. Did well to get across, as did his centre-back teammate Alaba.
Mikel Oyarzábal is one of those strikers who can be very elusive for centre-backs. Equally at home, coming from deep, playing in the number 10 role, if you like. I've seen him play wide for his club side in the Basque Country, Real Sociedad. In the opinion of the head coach, Luis de la Fuente, Oyarzabal does everything well. Now, Alexander Schlager again, reading the movement well, the goalkeeper.
They're combining so well. Porro and Yamal on the right-hand side for Spain. It's taking all of Lima and Sabitz's experience to handle those two.
Yamal pasok ko.
And we reach the midway point of the first half and a hydration break. Well, that was the fleet-footed Lamine Yamal in the early minutes. They've asked one or two questions, Spain, but so far Austria have had the answers.
Yeah, he seems sharp, doesn't he, in those first 22, 23 minutes. And that's why so many are here to watch him. So many shirts with the 19 on the back.
The day is getting warmer in Los Angeles. So the players have taken liquid refreshment on. Austria looking to upset the odds today against one of the tournament favourites. Turned in some very good performances in qualifying, Austria. Their last World Cup was in 1998. Austria actually won the only previous World Cup meeting of these two nations. It was a first round group stage match in 1978. The great Hans Krankel scoring that day. Cucurella with a throw here for Spain. Rodri. Porro. Lamau. Two for company again. Porro normally delivers Really good crosses, very attack-minded fullback Pedro Porro, but got too much on that one.
It has got that feeling, though, that if Austria can't stop the attacks down this right-hand side for Spain, they will create some meaningful chances, combined really well. The no-look pass, of course, from Yamal.
Trying at every possible moment, Spain, to get the overloads in the wide areas. Lamal and Porro on this near side, Cucurella and Baena on the left. Lamal, his feet are so quick. Oh, on the return! Superb defending. Stefan Posch.
This is what Spain are all about. Tight spaces, still finding the gaps. Pedri in towards Olmo. Vital from Posch to get across. Brave as well.
Quick silver feet, though, of Yamal in that later Spain attack. It's Lamine Yamal's corner now. Goalkeeper under real pressure. Mark Cucurella. Austria disputing the validity of the goal. Rodri has words with the Swedish referee, Glenn Nyberg. But it appears that this is not going to count.
Well, it's so crowded, isn't it, in there? Kubasi it was that was tight to Alexander Schlager, who gets up. I mean, difficult to unpick who was doing what, who was grabbing who. Clearly, Cucurella didn't wait to see, smashes it in.
Well, the VAR check is over. It stays 0-0.
I think Kubasi certainly crashes into Alexander Schlager. I think that's probably what gave the decision, because Alexander Schlager wasn't able to punch correctly.
Kubasi.
Difficult for Austria to get out as well. They don't really have pace at the top end of the pitch, so they are having to try and work it through. Midfield also, Spain out of possession, outstanding under Luis de la Fuente. Having to be so patient, Austria.
Yes, Gregoric has got a lot of qualities, but pace is not high on the list. He'll want service to feet.
Difficult for Paul Vanner as well, in behind Gregoric. He's got so much work with Rodri in there defensively, but can he work a bit harder to maybe get in behind and run off Gregoric?
Vanner of PSV Eindhoven, winning only his 7th cap today. Only switched allegiance from Germany back in March. Laporte. Rodri. Kubasi. His club teammate Yamal. Little top of the shoulder. Dangerous looking cross. No space is too small for Lamine Yamal. Equally brilliant save from Alexander Schlager to deny Oyarzabal. I mean, that's on target, and it's wonderful goalkeeping.
Well, as it's recycled, they find the space. Oyarzábal twisting and turning, and then when it comes back to him, just getting enough room for the shot. What a save that is. Brilliant from Alexander Schlager to get down to his left.
Breathtaking from the Austria goalkeeper. Yamal with the corner. And Alexander Schlager happy to hold on at the second attempt. 2 Schlagers in the Austria starting 11 today.
These are so difficult when they bounce right in front of you as a goalkeeper. To parry that past the post as well with the power on the strike. Stunning.
I was listening to the former England goalkeeper Joe Hart the other day. He was talking about the Trionder ball in use at this World Cup, and he says when shots like that are hit flat, it's often difficult for offside here against Yamal. When the ball is hit flat, as Oyarzábal did there, they sometimes come on to the goalkeeper a little faster than sometimes they would normally anticipate.
Just goes a little early there, Yamal, but again, asking so many questions, mixing it, coming short, looking to go in behind also.
Alaba, Danso. Posh holding the width. Good crossing position this for Stefan Posh. Decided not to take it on. White shirts wait in the middle now. Dealt with well by Laporte. And Alaba can hit them from there. His ambition was high. Unai Simon has had next to nothing to do in the Spain goal so far in this first half. Only Spain and Mexico have not conceded so far at this World Cup. Here's Cucurella. Baena. Might get the shot away here. Alex Baena goes for the pass for Yamal. Through the legs of Lima, but Austria captain Alaba in position A1. Gregoric. Sabitzer looking for the run of Vanna. Oyarzábal looking for Olmo. Just have that change of gear, don't they, Spain? So difficult to stay with the runners. Here's Pedri. Yes! Goal number 3 of the tournament for Mikel Oyarzábal. This time Alaba and Danso couldn't plug the gaps in the middle. And the Real Sociedad man sweeps off Spain into the lead against Austria in Los Angeles.
Well, they've been relentless, Spain, and maybe tired minds for Austria and their defence. As Cucurella gets free and he switches it up, he doesn't play it in behind the defence, he cuts it back. It's almost like that's been worked on, because he really does aim for that penalty spot. Oyarzábal's there, makes it look so simple. It's not, but he just calmly side foots it past Alaba. Alexander Schlager can't see it. That's why he's in the team. He's a pure finisher, lethal. Oyarzábal
takes his record for Spain to 28 goals in 57 caps, won every 2 games.
Wih, itu rela mlebu Madrid.
Alaba just unable to pick out the willing run of Sabitzer. Two goals against Saudi Arabia. It's not a bad record, is it? Here's Lamal. Just so direct. Defender's nightmare. It's Lamal.
He's had a terrific first half. He's willing to go on his right-hand side. It's not all left foot. A decent strike, but too central for the goalkeeper.
Layak sing itu, Mas.
Lima. It's actually 16 goals in his last 16 starts for Spain for Mikel Oyarzabal. Now Austria have to become the first team to score against Spain at this FIFA World Cup 2026. They've faced only 14 attempts on their goals so far. Here's Olmo. Oyarzabal again. And this time they managed to close the door. As well as how proficient they are with the ball. They are so hungry to get it back, Spain.
They've been really clever as well with the deliveries into the area. As a defender, you're expecting to go and face your own goal. They've just cut it back time and time again for those late runners.
Important moments in this round of 32 tie for Austria. Can't really afford to ship another before half-time. It's a good challenge from Lima. Wins his side a throw as we approach the final 5 minutes of normal time in this first half at the glorious Los Angeles Stadium. Cucurella.
Just to look at how close that was. Well timed by Cucurella for the goal.
Spain corner.
This is a real test for Austria. Every single player drenched in sweat, the concentration. Lima there already, hands on knees, hunched over. Real test of their character with how well Spain have played.
Very experienced Austria starting 11 today. They need all of that to hold this free-spirited and so fluent Spanish attacking play. Now, they look for the breakout here. He covers the ground so well, the teenager Kubasi. Pau Kubasi made his senior debut for Spain at 17 after only playing 12 times for the Barcelona first team. Players at Barcelona Football Club are brought through their famed La Masia Academy. Unmatched. It's a loose one though. And this drop for Austria. White shirts gathering in challenging positions now, but Posh took too much time to make his mind up what he was going to do. Robbed by Rodri.
Well, it does feel as if they have to take those moments when they come around. Just look at that, 14 seconds, the ball recovery for Spain. Again, just highlighting not their qualities on the ball, but the mentality off it.
Nothing wrong with the challenge. Pedri thought he was fouled. Dani Olmo working very hard to get back goal side. Schlager, who had designs on a shot at goal there, denied by Olmo. Austria have not come from behind in a World Cup match since 1978 to win. "28 years away from football's greatest stage for the team in white." As Oyarzabal, the Spain goalscorer, wins the free kick. Yeah, they've had so much to smile about down the years, haven't they, the Spain supporters? Here's Lamine Yamal. Support from Porro. Danso and Posh between them. Clear the danger, at least for now. Cucurella. Rodri. So, somewhat loose touch. Very rarely see that from Rodri. Here's Marcel Sabitzer. Excellent pass. Pass of the game so far for Austria. Might yet lead to something. Spain looking to close ranks. And eventually the flag from the assistant referee on the far side is up for offside.
Yeah, just too many players making the same run when that ball was played out towards Schmidt. Played it across. Gregorich and Schlager making the same run.
Lima. Just a dance between two, but there was no gap. Spread the play beautifully there, Spain. Olmo. Obstruction given by Swedish referee Glenn Nyberg.
Just too sharp by Einar.
Jaden Daniels, NFL quarterback with Washington Commanders. Watchers on. A decent position here. Just inside the second of a minimum of 4 additional minutes at the end of a largely Spain-dominated opening period. Maximum concentration needed here from the Austrians. Laporte and Kubasi naturally forward for the delivery. Baena might have a crack at goal here. He does! And hits the frame of the Austrian goal. Oh, he hadn't cleared it yet. But Alexander Schlager with a very smart stop to deny the lurking Yamal. What a free kick that was from Baena.
Oh, stunning, wasn't it? That was the save after it. But look at the technique, whipping that up and over and down. So unlucky. Maybe a touch there as well from Alexander Schlager. onto the crossbar, and then Yamal thinks he scored. Hits it straight into the stomach of
Saya ngomong yang di sini.
Alexander Schlager. I think Yamal really should have scored there.
Sini
Should have
kenapa
found the
dulu
gap.
ya? Aduh, oke.
Fourth save of this first half for Alexander Schlager, and the goal away to our right. Yamal felt he was blocked off by Lima. The referee says play on.
Oh.
There's that feverish
Golin kuat.
dash to regain possession from Spain. We're going to have a stoppage here.
Menyesatkan ini.
Either side down. Kubasi for Spain.
Look at that free kick. Alexander Schlager wasn't expecting it to be delivered with such pace, and then Yamal, I think, has to find the gap. Take nothing away from Alexander Schlager. Does he get a little touch here as he's stretching? There's definitely a fingertip there. Brave. Taking it in the stomach. Yamal thinks he would have scored.
So Spain will resume with possession. Alexia Putellas, we were looking at there, the wonderfully gifted Spanish international player. So we've reached half-time. Spain have not been incredibly ahead at half-time in a World Cup match since a game against Northern Ireland in the round of 16 back in 2002, but they lead here through a goal from that man Mikel Oyarzabal against Austria at the break.
Adil. Turun. Turun.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu rendahkan dengan yang ada badannya.
Satu 0 Spanyol unggul di babak pertama atas Austria. Dan kalau kita melihat bagaimana jalannya babak pertama tadi, memang terlihat ya bagaimana Spanyol cukup kesulitan menemukan ritme serangan di 30 menit pertama, Bung Ibang dan juga Bung Erwin.
Ya memang kalau kita melihat ada pengaruh dari Austria yang tampil cukup bisa mengganggu tempo permainan dari Spanyol yang coba untuk menekan sejak awal, di mana mereka juga tidak terlalu terpancing untuk keluar dari zona pertahanan, tapi beruntung memang kreativitas mereka terbangun dengan sangat baik meskipun sedikit terlambat, tapi mereka bisa menemukan momentum yang tepat setelah 30 menit tersebut berakhir. Titan.
Ya, tadi kita juga melihat ya Bung Erwin, sejak awal babak pertama memang kreativitas banyak dilakukan bagi Lamine Yamal, namun memang masih sulit sekali untuk bisa menciptakan peluang-peluang bersih menuju gawang dari Austria.
Ya, bisa dibilang di babak pertama para pemain Spanyol bermain cukup nyaman ya, tidak mendapatkan serangan balik yang tajam dari para pemain Austria. Mereka pemain Spanyol ini kan banyak menguasai possession. Mereka banyak menciptakan peluang, nanti kita lihat di datanya ya. Dan masih cukup nyaman karena para pemain Austria mereka menunggu, tapi serangan baliknya tuh kurang tajam.
Ya.
Jadi nggak banyak para pemain Spanyol, terutama kiper Unai Simon menerima tekanan.
Ya, ini menarik ya bagaimana memang tekanan demi tekanan justru diterima oleh Alexander Schlager ya, Schlager. Bagaimana memang kita perlu memberikan kredit untuk penampilannya yang sangat luar biasa sepanjang babak pertama tadi.
Betul, dari memang setelah 30 menit berlalu momen pertama yang membuat Alexander Schlager ini bekerja keras adalah tendangan dari
Muy contentos con una primera parte. Quizás el único pero es que el resultado no sea más amplio.
Sí, creo que hemos creado situaciones como para llevarnos un resultado mejor. Nada, insistir en esta idea, a ver si podemos materializar alguna ocasión más, conceder alguna transición que hemos regalado ahí hacia el final del primer tiempo, que debemos cuidar un poco más ese tema y sobre todo bueno, salir después del parón del descanso, que a veces sales un poco despistado, salir como hemos acabado el primer tiempo.
Siempre decís que hay cosas a mejorar. Apuntabas, por ejemplo, las transiciones, no sé, de cara a gol, en la faceta ofensiva. ¿Qué más se puede hacer más que insistir?
Bueno, acertar, ojalá acertar. Tenemos calidad para acertar y seguro que si repetimos ocasiones acertaremos alguna más.
Juanjo, al vestuario, gracias.
Gracias.
Perbincangan tadi bagaimana Alexander Schlager memang kita perlu berikan apresiasi atas penampilannya Bung Imam.
Betul, karena memang pertama ada serangan yang berbahaya adalah ketika di menit 31 Michael Oyarzabal melepaskan tendangan. Sambil kita juga mendengarkan ya interview dengan sang pelatih dari Austria.
Halbzeit 1 aus und was muss in Halbzeit 2 passieren, um den Spaniern noch ein bisschen gefährlicher zu werden?
Das Fazit ist einfach, dass wir wissen, dass Spanien da überlegen ist, dass sie mehr Ballbesitz haben, dass sie mehr Abschlüsse haben, dass wir dagegenhalten müssen mit allem, was wir haben. Du brauchst natürlich auch Glück. In der einen oder anderen Situation haben wir es gehabt, jetzt einmal eben nicht. Ja, ich glaube, wir hauen alles raus. Wir werden auch noch wechseln und dann schauen wir, dass wir noch mehr Zug nach vorne haben und die wenigen Chancen vielleicht dann einmal durchkommen.
Und Sie haben auch einen ganz starken Rückhalt heute. Als Torwarttrainer muss ich natürlich auch danach fragen, Alexander Schlager macht ein sehr starkes Spiel, oder?
Ja, ganze WM, er macht es richtig gut. Er ist auf den Punkt da, fokussiert und freut mich natürlich auch. Aber ich glaube, wir sind 11 Spieler und noch ein paar, die reinkommen und als Team werden wir hoffentlich noch was gewinnen jetzt.
Wissen Sie schon, wer reinkommt, welche Wechsel vollzogen werden?
Nee, das ist offen.
Alles klar, danke.
Ya, melanjutkan obrolan tadi sambil kita melihat ya di grafis statistik, kita melihat bagaimana secara penguasaan bola Spanyol unggul cukup mutlak dengan 57 berbanding 32% dan ada 11% in contest. Ada percobaan 11 total attempts yang dilakukan oleh Spanyol berbanding 2 milik Austria, dan seperti yang Bung Erwin katakan, tidak ada serangan yang berbahaya ya, karena tidak ada satupun shot on target yang mengancam Unai Simon, sedangkan Spanyol bisa melepaskan 6 shot on target dan 5 diantaranya bisa dimentahkan oleh penjaga gawang Alexander Schlager.
Ya, kita bisa melihat ya bagaimana ini dia head to head pemain dari kedua tim, Bung Erwin.
Michael Oyarzabal yang mencetak 1 gol dan Michael Gregoric yang menjadi striker tidak mendapatkan banyak peluang tentu striker dari Austria dibandingkan dengan Michael Oyarzabal. Dan tadi gol dari Oyarzabal ini kan merupakan buah kejelian dari Mark Cucurella ya, mengirimkan umpan dari sektor kiri.
Ya, tadi juga memang kalau kita berbicara mengenai Cucurella juga ada satu tendangan yang namun sayang sekali ya memang harus dianulir. Dan ini kita bisa melihat bagaimana final third entries dari Spanyol maupun Austria. Kita bisa melihat bahwa sisi sayap dari Spanyol mengeksploitasi begitu dalam ke Austria.
Bahkan levelnya sudah ke okupansi ya, karena memang benar-benar bisa mendominasi di kedua sisi. Di sisi kiri Marco Correa ini tampil begitu nyaman, sedangkan di sisi kanan Lamine Yamal mendapatkan dorongan dari Pedro Porro yang membuat akhirnya kedua sisi serangan ini bisa dimaksimalkan dan membuat kedua fullback dari Austria fokus untuk bertahan tapi tetap sulit untuk bisa memberikan perlawanan.
Ya, dan ini kita bisa melihat ya bagaimana highlight jalannya babak pertama tadi. Ini dia upaya serangan demi serangan yang dilakukan oleh Spanyol.
Betul. Jadi memang yang pertama adalah pergerakan dari Dani Olmo, namun Stefan Posch bisa datang mengcover, tapi kita melihat juga ini awal dari begitu cairnya serangan dari Spanyol ketika mulai bisa memberikan umpan-umpan dan pergerakan diagonal, Intan.
Ya, tadi seperti yang Bung Erwin katakan ya, memang di awal Spanyol begitu nyaman untuk menguasai bola.
Sampai ke bukan cuma di garis tengah ya, kita bisa lihat itu 2 orang pemain belakang Spanyol itu udah sampai masuk ke lini pertahanan atau daerah dari Austria ya ketika mereka sedang melakukan possession.
Ya, dan ini kita bisa melihat ya bagaimana Lamine Yamal sungguh luar biasa membantu kreativitas serangan di depan.
Ya, dan kita saksikan juga bagaimana cukup cairnya Dani Olmo bergerak di belakang Michael Oyarzabal ya, sehingga ia juga banyak mendapatkan kesempatan sentuhan di dalam kotak penalti, sedangkan tadi kita melihat passing yang diberikan oleh Pedri pun begitu terarah dengan baik. Jadi kemampuan Spanyol menggunakan pemain-pemainnya untuk bisa bergerak di ruang sempit ini menjadi keunggulan sendiri, Intan.
Ya, dan ini kita bisa melihat ya bagaimana memang upaya yang dilakukan sebenarnya sudah cukup baik ya. Namun kita bisa melihat bagaimana rapatnya di lini pertahanan dari Austria kali ini.
Ya, ini yang saya sebut ancaman pertama yang berbahaya diberikan oleh Spanyol terhadap Austria. Kita saksikan berawal dari kombinasi antara Michael Oyarzabal dan juga Dani Olmo membuat adanya space tercipta dan tendangan kaki kiri Oyarzabal masih bisa dihentikan oleh Alexander Schlager.
Luar biasa penampilan Alexander Schlager ini yang ada di posisi penjaga gawang dari Austria. Berkali-kali dia melakukan save dan kalau nanti kita saksikan proses terjadinya gol, dia juga sudah susah ya posisinya karena Oyarzabal berada dalam posisi yang sangat bebas.
Ya ini ya awal serangan dari Spanyol yang akhirnya membuat Michael Oyarzabal bisa mencetak gol, tapi kita melihat sebenarnya posisi Stefan Posch sudah tertarik ya oleh satu pemain yang bergerak di area kiri serangan sehingga membuat Marco Korea ini terbebas dan dia dalam posisi onside, dia tidak lebih dekat ke garis pertahanan dibanding pemain belakang terakhir dari Austria dan umpannya ini sangat baik karena tidak diberikan ke depan tapi mengarah ke area kosong di area half space, Intan.
Ya, tadi ini kita juga bisa melihat ya bagaimana memang begitu renggangnya ya area belakang dari Austria sehingga menyebabkan Kukurea memang bisa bergerak bebas dan juga memberikan umpan yang berbuah gol, Bung Erwin.
Ya, tidak mudah juga kan sebetulnya bagi Kukurea untuk melepaskan umpan yang bisa tepat untuk bisa dieksekusi oleh Michael Oyarzabal.
Dan di momen ini ada peran besar dari Alex Baena meskipun tidak mendapatkan bola tapi dia cukup bisa membuat Stefan Posch ini tertarik sehingga Kukurea terbebas di kiri sendirian dan disitulah Kukurea bisa juga nyaman memberikan pilihan crossing datarnya kepada Oyarzabal yang juga tidak terkawal. Jadi memang ini kesalahan kolektif dari lini pertahanan Austria yang benar-benar terpaku terhadap bola tanpa memperlihatkan pergerakan tanpa bola para pemain Spanyol itu sendiri, Intan.
Iya, dan ini memang menarik ya bagaimana ini akan menjadi evaluasi artinya nanti di babak kedua ya. Kalau seperti ini terus artinya memang Spanyol hanya tinggal menunggu momentum untuk bisa mencetak gol berikutnya.
Betul, dan Spanyol pun menambah tekanan mereka melalui bola mati dan ada follow up juga. Ini dia tendangan yang luar biasa dari jarak jauh mengenai tiang gawang dan ada follow up dari Lamine Yamal namun kembali Alexander Schlager ini melakukan penyelamatan yang sangat heroik karena kalau kita melihat momentum sudah didapatkan sepenuhnya oleh Lamine Yamal ya. Tapi dengan refleks sempurna, dengan timing yang pas, bola tetap bisa dibentahkan, Intan.
Ya, dan itu tadi ya di menit ke-40 ya. Bagaimana Yamal mencoba melepaskan tembakan namun masih mampu diselamatkan dan tadi kalau kita bisa melihat juga Bung Erwin ini dia memang upaya demi upaya yang juga dilakukan bagi Spanyol untuk bisa membongkar pertahanan dari Austria namun dengan penampilan sangat baik ya tadi dari sang penjaga gawang ini membuat Austria hanya tertinggal 1 gol saja di babak pertama ini.
Ya, sebetulnya kalau di babak kedua nanti pola permainannya tidak berubah, bahaya bagi Austria ya. Mereka dengan tertinggal 1 gol itu kan harus bisa keluar menyerang setidaknya untuk menyamakan skor terlebih dahulu. Dan Spanyol dengan dominasi seperti yang di babak pertama tadi, kalau Austrianya tidak berubah, kemungkinan besar saya memprediksi Spanyol akan bisa menambah gol. Karena banyak banget peluang yang mereka dapat dan nggak bisa Austria hanya berharap pada kiper Alexander Schlager aja yang jatuh bangun. Karena sekali lagi bahwa secara bertahan mereka cukup menyulitkan Spanyol, tapi menyerangnya itu juga memudahkan Spanyol karena serangan yang dilakukan oleh para pemain Austria tidak tajam ya. Serangan baliknya itu tidak tajam. Kalau misalnya mau retreat, mau main low block seperti di babak pertama, ya pilihannya ini kan nggak bisa hanya seri gitu dan mereka sudah ketinggalan 1 gol. Pilihannya harus menyerang.
Iya. Dan tadi menarik ya melihat bagaimana memang telah dicoba untuk dari Austria untuk membangun serangan dari sisi kiri. Tadi kita bisa melihat bagaimana Sabitzer mencoba untuk memanfaatkan kesalahan Kubarsi ya. Namun memang sayang sekali seringkali memang bola di kaki oleh para pemain Austria mampu diambil dengan cepat bagi para pemain Spanyol.
Ya, yang membuat pada akhirnya Austria sulit mendapatkan peluang dan sulit untuk mengembangkan permainan adalah lini tengah mereka kalah segala-galanya ya oleh Spanyol. Di mana permainan dari Rodri, Pedri, Dani Olmo, bahkan Alex Baena dan juga Lamine Yamal ini bisa mengokupansi lini pertahanan dari Austria sedangkan Xavier Schlager dan juga Shewald serta Paul Warner benar-benar sulit untuk bisa mengembangkan permainan. Jika ada nama yang mungkin berusaha cukup keras adalah Konrad Laimer dan juga Marcel Sabitzer, dua pemain di lini tengah dan di fullback yang paling berpengalaman yang ada, dan terlihat juga dua pemain ini coba untuk berusaha tapi memang tidak cukup untuk melawan Spanyol jika hanya mengandalkan dua poin ini saja, Itan.
Iya, dan tadi memang sudah tertinggal 1-0 tadi seperti yang Bung Erwin katakan, harus berani artinya Bung Erwin ya untuk bisa melakukan pola serangan dan juga tapi tanpa melupakan bagaimana lini pertahanan mereka yang seringkali saat mereka mencoba untuk menyerang menjadi renggang dan juga lupa untuk bisa cepat transisi kembali, Bung Erwin.
Ya betul, kalau di sisi penyerang ada nama Arnautovic atau Kaladzic ya. Mereka berdua punya keunggulan berupa postur tubuh. Entah kalau misalnya mereka dimasukkan bisa atau tidak para pemain Austria yang lain untuk memberikan umpan-umpan. Kalau dengan postur yang ideal sebetulnya kan umpannya emang umpan bola atas ya.
Dan ini kan juga unggul 1-0 juga belum menjadi skor
jaminan.
yang jaminan ya bagi Spanyol. Ini artinya apa yang harus dilakukan oleh Luis de la Fuente di babak kedua nanti?
Harus lebih tajam untuk menambah gol, dan kalau sudah unggul 2-0 apalagi kalau 3-0 itu relatif lebih aman sih, apalagi kalau ngelihat permainan dari Austria yang di babak pertama tadi lebih banyak didominasi oleh Spanyol.
Ya, Austria ini bahkan hanya menciptakan 6 sentuhan bola di kotak penalti lawan ya, jumlah yang sangat minim berbanding Spanyol punya 24, jadi 3 kali lipat sentuhan bola Spanyol di kotak penalti dari Austria sendiri, dan Spanyol pun bisa menciptakan total 2 big chance. Mungkin memang masalahnya adalah kurangnya klinis ketika menyelesaikan peluang, tapi apapun yang ada di statistik sangat menunjukkan bagaimana Spanyol ini superior terhadap Austria, dan saya rasa bagi pelatih Ralf Rangnick dirinya tidak bisa lagi membuat tim bermain biasa-biasa saja, harus berani mengambil risiko, harus berani menekan, karena di babak kedua semuanya akan dipertaruhkan. Kalau tidak ada perubahan maka saya rasa sulit bagi Austria untuk bisa memberikan perlawanan lebih terhadap Spanyol nanti.
Ya, kalau kita melihat nama-nama dari bangku cadangan, apakah masih ada nama yang memang bisa dimasukkan nanti di babak kedua untuk bisa menjadi pembeda ataupun kreativitas di lini serang bagi Austria?
Ya, saya rasa butuh pemain yang tahu caranya bermain melawan tim besar ya. Salah satunya adalah Marko Arnautovic. Pengalamannya bersama Inter Milan, lalu juga sempat membela Stoke City, sempat membela Bologna, sempat membela West Ham, ini sangat dibutuhkan. Selain itu juga ada nama Sasa Kalajic, pemain yang berlaga untuk Wolverhampton Wanderers di musim lalu. Ini akan menjadi satu nama yang bisa menjadi vokal poin di depan. Dan kalau ada satu nama lain yang mungkin dibutuhkan adalah pemain cepat seperti Karni Chukwuemeka. Karena memang secara kecepatan sangat dibutuhkan pemain yang satu ini. Dan tentunya perlu dioptimalkan oleh Ralf Rangnick.
Ya, dan kalau dari Spanyol sendiri dengan permainan yang sudah cukup nyaman sepertinya, apakah masih ada perlu nanti pergantian di babak kedua, Bung Erwin?
Bisa jadi, dan di bangku cadangan Spanyol ini kan juga banyak pemain yang bagus ya. Ada Zubimendi, Nico Williams, Jeremy Pino, Gavi, Fabian Ruiz, Ferran Torres, Mikel Merino. Ini pemain-pemain yang kalau bukan di Spanyol mungkin bisa jadi pemain inti ya. Dengan kualitas mereka.
Betul, dan baiklah kita bisa menyaksikan para pemain sudah memasuki lapangan. Pemirsa, kami langsung saja mengajak Anda untuk menyaksikan babak kedua antara Spanyol menghadapi Austria. Dari studio kami ucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Ini yang saya sukai, berekspresi, membawa pesan yang positif. Kalau panas dalam, bantu redakan dengan yang ada badannya.
He's in Portugal with Braga. Troublemaker of Borussia Dortmund. So Austria in the all-white get the second half underway here with the 2 first half. End of the first half, substitutions being made. Changes at the break. The arrival of Kani Chukwuemeka and Florian Grilic into that Austrian midfield. Java Schlager and Nicholas Seiwald making way. Spain out with the same starting 11 again.
I just think those changes, Paul Vanna has gone in alongside Grilic in midfield, and they've freed up Sabitzer from that left-hand side to get closer to Gregoric. Chukwuemeka will go out to the left-hand side, maybe a bit more pace to try and handle Porro and Yamal.
Here's Cucurella. Dealt with a bouncing ball very well indeed there, Mark Cucurella. Baena under pressure, but illegal pressure, says our Swedish referee, Glenn Nyberg. But for the excellence of Schlager in the Austria goal, Spain would be further ahead than they are. Here's Kubasi. Rodri. Porro. Space for Dani Olmo. Lamau. Gone from warm to almost hot today in Los Angeles. So a lot of hard yards out of possession, one suspects, in the second half here for the Austrians. Pedri. And to drill that into the feet of Yamal. Porro takes the tumble, and the decision goes the way of Spain.
It was a difficult first half for Lima. I don't think it will get any easier in the second half. He'll need that support from Chukwuemeka.
Good angle for the left foot of Yamal. They'll work it short. Here is Lamine Yamal. That little drop of the shoulder is devastating. But Austria able to deal with that latest Yamal threat.
Well, you can't just stick the leg out. He's too quick. Too sharp. Sabitzer doing well still to stick to his task.
Hungry possession, won back yet again by Spain. Oyarzabal straight down the throat of the grateful Schlager.
Well, he'll be disappointed on his favoured left foot, looking to pass it into the corner, really. Too central. He also had Yamal the other side, who was desperate for the pass.
So many stats around a World Cup. Here's one of the most amazing ones. Since winning the World Cup last, none of Italy, 2006 winners, Spain, 2010 winners, or Germany, winners in 2014. Between them, they've not won a single World Cup knockout match. Had to have several rereads of that particular stat, but there it is. Spain looking to end their run with victory here to take them through to possibly, certainly if they do prevail, that last 16 affair against either Portugal or Croatia, who meet later today. Baena. Of course, Italy haven't been at the World Cup finals for the last 3 editions now. That is quite an unwanted record for them. And Germany failed to get past Paraguay in their round of 32 tie here. First corner of the second half goes to Spain.
Well, I think Austria know that they're going to have to do a lot of defending, but surely with those changes, he wants a little bit more Ranić of his side going forwards to get back into this. Delivery, they've tended to arc this in towards Schlager underneath his crossbar. Will they do the same?
Atletico Madrid's Alex Baena will deliver this corner. Header from Oyarzabal, dribbles harmlessly wide.
Well, I actually think that was meant for Olmo. Oyarzabal saw the flight of it, tried to head it towards goal, but this is actually meant, I think, for Olmo behind him, who's coming in, because that's a difficult header.
Spain once again making it difficult for Austria to get out. Now Dani Olmo can be lethal in these positions. The referee right up with the play says no free kick Spain. Austria give the ball away so cheaply. Can't do that with this man around. Dani Olmo takes a dive. Not suggesting it was a dive, but the tumble to the ground, and worrying moments for Austria there. Baena, Cucurella in support. Early moments of the second half, following a similar pattern to much of what we saw in that opening period. Spain possession and territory. Cucurella.
I think the footballing brains of this Austrian team, you can feel almost working overtime to try and fill the gaps. They're so good, Spain, at bamboozling you with their possession and short passing in little triangles and then finding the spare player.
Rodri. Deflection, corner.
Well, it really caused Schlager some issues, this deflection off Grilic, spinning away from the goalkeeper, nearly into the corner. Danso looked a little bit of a push, but was definitely too strong for Olmo.
Another Baena corner for Spain. Olmo unmarked on the edge of the penalty area. Yamal bamboozled himself. Spain, of course, looking for the insurance of a second goal to allow coach De La Fuente to bring on the riches that he's got off the substitutes bench. Baena. Foul by Posch. And I was just looking at the midfield replacements that Spain have got at their disposal. Fabian Ruiz of Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona's Gavi, and Arsenal's Martin Zubimendi can't get into this team. That is frightening, not only for Austria today, but everybody else in the tournament. Kobe Jones. Rio Ferdinand, USA and England legends respectively. Ten minutes gone in the second half. And it remains only 1-0. Austria not without hope. Pedri. Baena. Space for Cucurella. Now Rodri. Yamal, Porro. Nice combination. Nobody there in red. Finally an opportunity for Austria to get out. It's too close to Simon.
A fleeting moment is all Austria can muster there with Lima. Cross needed to be so accurate to find Grigoric.
And no surprise to see Spain's XG so much higher. Laporte. Marc Cucurella is playing so high now for Spain, almost like a striker down there. Pedri. Does tend to play just a little deeper these days for Spain. Pedri. It's so creative. Cucurella. Chasing shadows here, Austria. Here's Lamal. Has he got something special? Lima says no.
Well, he had an idea in his mind straight away. And that was, I think, to look as if he was going to curl the effort. Yamal, as Pedri was caught just as he played that pass from Danso. Yamal, as if he's going to curl it and then look to fire it low, near post, try and catch out Schlager. Lima was excellent in his positioning.
Pedri quickly recovered after that initial knock. Such a wonderful player to watch, Pedri. He can do all the dirty work. He can work so hard to regain possession. We know about his qualities on the ball. He's got touches of Xavi and Iniesta. And of course, he would have grown up as a youngster, idolising both. There's going to be another change. Two changes for Austria. So, departing. Grigoric and Schmidt. Marko Arnautovic, who's got a goal at this tournament. He's the oldest Austrian player at the World Cup and oldest goal scorer. Marko Arnautovic. And the man whose goal got Austria to the round of 13 with that 96th minute equaliser in the 3-3 draw against Algeria. Kalajic is on as well. So a different look at the top end of the pitch for Austria. Will it bring some reward? Here's Sabitzer. Great cross! And very nearly an introduction with his first touch for Kalajic.
Well, that's what he's in the team for, that height, an aerial threat that he brings. Kukurea again, I think, just does enough to stop Galadzic getting that header downwards and into one of the corners. That's exactly why the changes have been made.
6'7" tall, the Austria substitute. Sasha Kalajic scored with his first touch in that final group match against Algeria. He wasn't too far away from profiting with the header. Great ball it was in by Sabitzer. Now at the other end, here's Yamal setting up Olmo.
Well, it's going to open up, isn't it? With Austria having to be a bit braver in their approach. That's the risk you take.
Here's Pedri. Yamin Lamal covering the ground so well, but the assistant referee decides that he did not keep the ball in. Or was he offside?
Yeah, what a terrific defensive line for Austria there to catch him.
Kalajic, Sabitzer. Arnautovic. Simon having to adjust. Arnautovic feeling plenty of the Spain goalkeeper. Carlos Puyol. That hairstyle hasn't changed down the years, has it? A wonderful servant for Barcelona and Spain.
Not a lot Simon could do, really. He has to go for the header. Arnautovic really should have given up on that and stayed away from the challenge, hurt himself.
When Nyberg has not signalled the second half hydration break yet.
Well, here's that chance. Sabitzer, knowing what his forwards wants, curling that in towards goal. Ladzic just didn't get the flight. I think Kukurea doing enough to stop his jump. Maybe when he looks back, he thinks, could I have done better there? Time my jump, head that down. The sort of chances he would always wish for.
The advantage of height was certainly in that man's favour. Kubasi. Laporte. Rodri. Bosch. It's too long for Arnautovic. Bouncing ball, well read by Lamal. Kubasi, Olmo, Baena, Dani Olmo. Pedri. Porro. maximum concentration here for Austria. Olmo. Baena. Olmo. Breaks now for Cucurella. And Baena. Oh yes, 2-0. And where did he arrive from? Pedro Porro. And Spain have breathing space now in the round of 32 in Los Angeles.
Well, they work it oh so well. Spain, they wait and they wait for the space to open up. They find the spare player. It was Olmo to start with. Found its way out towards Baena. And while they can do that on one side, players like Porro can drift in, as he does from the right-back position. Excellent from Baena, just to spot the run of Porro. Easiest of headers. Perfect position for Porro on the 6-yard line, heading down past Schlager. Easiest of goals, similar to the first. They make it 2. That is what Spain is all about.
Delight from coach and staff. And huge delight for the man who put Spain 2-0 up with his first senior international goal, Pedro Porro of Tottenham Hotspur. Well, Austria are used to climbing mountains. They've got one now of sizable proportion.
Well, they've deserved it. They've been outstanding. Spain. It's been a huge test for Austria defensively.
We have reached our second half hydration break. Well, Spain are going to make a double substitution. Alex Baena is going to be taken off along with Dani Olmo. Players who will be coming on, Ferran Torres and Mikel Merino.
And it was Olmo, though, that found the space. The two players going off, having a big impact on the second goal. Baena playing that in. What a beautifully timed run from Porro. Nobody tracking, totally free. And a simple header for someone at this elite level.
Always special to get your first senior international goal, but on the World Cup stage, thrilling moment for Porro and the Spain fans. So here come the aforementioned changes. Ferran Torres of Barcelona covers all attacking areas. along with Arsenal's Mikel Merino. Had his injury problems last season with a foot fracture. It was in very good goal scoring internationally. Rosalia, we were watching there. So many of the stars have turned out again here in Los Angeles. Here's Kubasi. It's a free kick to Spain.
Well, if you're Austria, I guess all you need to do is look at the game yesterday, where Belgium came from this exact position to level, and you can his side need to find some inspiration from somewhere. Spain in this position will just keep the ball and frustrate.
This ball is going to stay in. Ferran Torres, who was making inroads there. This is the first time, incidentally, Spain have led by 2 goals in a World Cup knockout match since a round of 16 game against Switzerland back in 1994. You can see their domination, and they are not flattered by this lead. We saw Belgium come from 2 goals down against Senegal in this round of 32. Of Austria, got the quality not there. Arnautovic was coming for the short pass. But they win good possession here, but immediately the referee's whistle halts the momentum.
I'm not quite sure he got that one right. The referee probably couldn't quite see Arnautovic just poke that away from Rodri.
A little bit of cramp for the Spain captain. Cucurella. Pedri. Porro. Easy pass was for Yamal there. Pedro Porro looking for a longer through ball. Well, he'll be delighted with the performance. De La Fuente, who's tweaked things a little bit since he became head coach of Spain. The famous tiki-taka is still in evidence, but sometimes they don't mind having slightly less possession than they've had under previous coaches, and look for those devastating quick transitions. His temper's getting a little frayed down there. The referee staying out of it and keeping his eye on things.
Now, I think this is just where the referee has to try and take control, because you'll have the frustrations of the Austrians who are trying to quicken things up. Spain, of course, will want to slow things down.
Not had a booking in this game so far. Two captains were Been spoken to there by our Swedish official, Glenn Nyberg. The attendance being shown inside the LA Stadium. It's a full house of just over 70,000. What an absolute privilege and joy it's been to cover matches here in LA at this FIFA World Cup 2026. Arnautovic looking to find a way through. No space.
I'm not too sure Arnautovic was necessarily trying to win the penalty there. I think they felt it was a corner. But they've just got to try and get it up towards the two front players they brought on. See if they can put some pressure on Spain with a goal without conceding another.
Nice layoff from Oyarzabal. They're cutting through Austria for a moment or two here. Spain want the corner, and they're going to get a corner. Hard work now, it really is, for Kevin Danso and company at the back. With and without the ball, Spain have been excellent today.
I think they've shown everybody that they are serious contenders for this year's FIFA World Cup.
So 18-year-old Lamine Yamal. Spain go in search of a third. Ferran Torres, who arrived at the far post.
Arrived late to this delivery from Yamal. Couldn't quite steer it back. Chukwuemeka again, maybe just doing enough, just a little shove. He was about to head it.
Well, we're heading towards the 79th minute. They're really going to have to take huge risks now. Austria, no other option. And it could well leave gaps at the back for Spain to add to their advantage. Vanna. Danso. Alaba. Can they produce something here, Austria? Following the way of the cross. Sabitzer. Posh. This is nice. Quick fire passing from Austria. Doesn't lead to anything in the end, but that's what they need more of.
Yeah, it was better. Quick football in and around the penalty area. Chukwuemeka in the end just trying to wrap his foot around that effort. Couldn't quite do it. Bucharest in the way.
Such a fit, athletic team to go with their admirable skill range, Spain. They've got all the tools. Here's Torres. Rodri. Marino. Oyarzabal. Cucurella. Lovely slide rule pass. The final ball there from Ferran Torres, letting Spain down.
Oh, such good football, wasn't it? Cucurella in towards Ferran Torres. He was just trying to lend it to Pedri, who just didn't read what Ferran Torres wanted to do. Otherwise, that would have been a stunning build-up goal.
Well, you and I have watched so many minutes at this brilliant FIFA World Cup 2026, but I would lay claim to a strong argument this has been one of the best performances we've seen from any nation so far.
Yeah, pretty complete is what I would say, offensively and defensively from Spain. I think just reminding everyone why they were one of the favourites before the tournament.
But Austria looking to get one back. And those are dangerous balls into the Spain penalty area.
Well, that's what they have to do. Posh it was, coming in over the top of Cucurella, who just about does enough. But again, if you're going to get back into it, he has to head that at least on the target, hoping to score. Misdirected it.
Here's Yamin Lamau. Torres. That's good work from Danso. 8 minutes plus stoppage time for Austria to score twice and keep the back door closed. Austria still haven't had an attempt on target. Cucurella. Spain enjoying huge possession again. Still can't quite believe how debutants Cabo Verde got a goalless draw against Spain in the opening group match, but what a wonderful performance in this extended World Cup, of course, to 48 nations this year. And Cabo Verde through to play the reigning champions Argentina in the round of 32. Wonderful from them. Stefan Posch gets the game's first yellow card. And there's going to be a substitution apiece in a moment. Stefan Posch is going to be replaced by Alexander Pras for Austria. Spain are going to bring on Barcelona midfielder Gavi momentarily. Pedri. Marino. Well, from a personal point of view, I was very lucky to cover Spanish football in the years when Barcelona dominated with Xavi, Iniesta and the rest. But this football is not far short of that. And here they go, looking to put the game out of sight of Austria, and they would have done, but for a brilliant goal line clearance from Kevin Danso, I think, who's back there.
Well, Yamal, you can't believe he hasn't got a goal in this game. Schlager in the first half, and then what an opportunity here this was. David Alaba stunning to get back and help his goalkeeper out with his right foot as Yamal swivels.
Captain's job from Alaba. Lamine Yamal making way for Gavi. Here's Arnautovic. Offside against the 37-year-old who's finishing his playing career with Crvena Zvezda, former Red Star Belgrade. There's Alaba's excellent positioning.
Fantastic, wasn't it? Sometimes as a defender, you've got to do that. Help your goalkeeper.
Arnautovic is keeping a promise to his former coach, the late Sinisa Mihailovic, in playing for Crvena Zvezda. Promised Mihailovic he would do so, and has kept that promise. Confirmation of the arrival of Pras. Played only 30 minutes at this World Cup prior to today. Spain closing in on a round of 16 matchup against either Portugal or Croatia. And that was last-ditch defending there for Austria. Kalajic. Good-looking cross. Just a little too deep. It was brilliant defending from Lima to prevent a Spain third goal. 3 minutes to go plus added time. Space opens up for Spain as they're preparing two more substitutes. Gavi. Just game management now for Spain. They don't really need to force the issue. So good at keeping possession. Marino.
And with a team that keeps the ball so well, just takes that hope away.
Cucurella is a well-timed run, it's 3! Austria put to sleep. And Mikel Oyarzabal says, I'm in the picture for the Golden Boot at the FIFA World Cup 2026 as the Real Sociedad striker gets his 4th of the competition.
They have purely taken advantage of the fatigue of the Austrian side. Oyarzabal, so much open space to run into. Cucurella is once again on the left-hand side, finding a perfect cross. And just look at the way he opens his body up here. Just so well crafted from Oyarzabal, the deadly finisher. He wasn't going to miss taking up that chance. Beautifully opened up his body for them to celebrate. Penelope and the Spanish fans.
The gloss on a superb performance. No wonder Cortés and all the Spanish fans wearing smiles today. Of course, so many Spaniards live in Los Angeles. It's been a day to remember for them. We've had a close and personal look at one of the tournament favourites today. And putting down a marker to the rest that they are in hot form right now. Mikel Oyarzabal becoming the first Spanish player to score 2 goals in a World Cup knockout match since the great Emilio Butragueño back in the 80s. It's a scoreline that reflects Spain's dominance. Simon sees that all the way. Unai Simon's now gone 520 minutes without conceding a goal in the World Cup. It's a new record, surpassing that of Walter Zenga back in 1990. Two more changes for Spain. Laporte is going to make way. A late run out in the sunshine in Los Angeles for Marc Pubil. First appearance in the competition so far this year. Fabien Ruiz of Paris Saint-Germain gets the final few moments. Just about to step into the 4th of 6 additional minutes, minimum of 6. Well, we all know that Ralph Rangnick's side will scrap and fight. But as you touched on earlier, you've just got to hold your hands up and say too good.
Yeah, they've been outclassed. And Spain haven't given them a lot. Defensively, they've been so solid.
Only 2 nations have kept 5 successive clean sheets at a World Cup. It will be 5 in a row for Spain, 4 of them here. And the only other teams to achieve that, Italy back in 1990 and Switzerland twice in 2006 and 2010. And they might help themselves to another yet. Ferran Torres across goal, but nobody can arrive in red for that. But they are relentless in their attacking play.
Yeah, just took it too wide, Ferran Torres. His first touch wasn't good enough. Made it difficult for the strike, dragging it wide.
And there's no shame for Austria losing to a side of this quality. Just so happy, the Austrians, to be back at the top table of world football for the first time in 28 years. A late run out for Arnautovic, will be his last taste of it. Unless he'll become another of the 40-year-olds plus, when Spain themselves, Portugal and Morocco co-host the next edition. Bucharest looks as fresh now as he did in the opening minutes. Marino. Deep into the final minute of stoppage time. Alaba. Lima. Danso. Glenn Nyland brings this round of 32 match to a conclusion. Huge joy for the massive Spanish contingent in Los Angeles today. A quite wonderful performance, individually special for Mikel Oyarzabal, taking his tally of goals in the competition to 4, with 2 of the Spain goals today. The other is first in a senior international shirt for Pedro Porro. They dominated from the opening kick and left their goalkeeper a mere spectator for much of the piece. They've laid down a marker. Opponents for the trophy who've watched today will be thinking, right, this is a serious Spain challenge. They're through to
Mulai dengan solusi Google Cloud lalu akses langsung ke kredit gratis untuk seluruh penggunaan produk. Sebagai pengguna baru,
Hello, how are you?
Oh, there you are, sitting still, stripes and lonely, hiding, wishing, waiting. Well, here I am, standing still, stare at you only. Everything is blurry. All I want is just to stay. You can't shake me, I will never dare let go. Through the talking and the walking, I will give you all of my love. Start counting all the days. Forever I will stay with you and only you. Go far and roam about, come back and calling out to me. jadikan canda di kau bersama. Terkadang-kadang mata bicara seakan-akan semua rahasia. Oh, kebodohan antara kita jadi kenangan manis. Untuk sementara sampai berjumpa bersama-sama bercanda lagi. Kenangan manis di hari ini jadi alasan untuk kembali. Untuk sementara sampai berjumpa bersama-sama bercanda lagi. Kenangan manis jadi alasan untuk kembali. Kenangan manis sehari ini jadi alasan untuk kembali. Jadi alasan untuk kembali.
Insta360 already makes the X5. It's their flagship 360-degree camera that came out last year, and it's really good. So why a few months later did they turn around and make this? This is the X4 Air, a smaller, budget-friendly 360 camera, and when it launched, looking at the spec sheet, a lot of people online had the same reaction I did. Who is this for? Looking at the numbers, it's confusing. The X4 Air is only 35 grams lighter, and the sensor is 29% smaller, and it costs $300. That's the sale price. It's 25% off right now, compared to the X5, which is also on sale for $435. But the numbers only tell one side of the story. In my hand, the X4 Air feels a lot lighter than 35 grams, and has a much smaller body. As for the sensor size, the bigger the sensor, the more light the camera can take in, but the X4 Air can shoot 8K footage just like the X5. So it's all very confusing, and today I just want to find out if the X4 Air is actually good for recording mountain biking. Okay, quick context for anyone new to this, because these are not normal action cameras. These are 360-degree cameras. So you have the two lenses, front and back, and it films everything around you at one time. So with this, you mount it to your chest, and instead of having the angle perfect, you just ride and you can pick the angle later. If you get the shot wrong a little, you have some wiggle room to fix it after. And that opens up where you can put it. On the trail, my go-to is the chest mount, obviously. It's low, it's immersive, you see the bike working underneath you, and when things get faster, like at a bike park, I throw it on my helmet. Then the fun ones. Mounted to the seat tube or the bars, you can get a perspective that you can't get any other way. I've actually made suspension changes and tweaked my form while riding because of what that angle showed me. Or you can set it on a tripod, ride past, keyframe it in the Insta360 Studio, and just like that, it's like you had a cameraman. And of course, you have the invisible selfie stick, and that's where the camera stitches the stick right out of the shot. And that trick is the whole reason that I wanted a 360 camera in the first place. The X4 Air and the X5 both do all of that, and they have the same tripod thread, they have the same quick release down here, but hey, before we hit the trail, let's quickly talk about the specs. Both of these shoot up to 8K 360-degree video at 30 frames a second. The X5 can go up to 120 FPS at 4K, which I use a lot for my videos, and the X4 Air can do a max of 50 frames per second at 4K in 360 mode and 4K 60 in single lens mode. I shoot all my videos at 30 frames per second, and I only bust out the high frame rate if I plan on doing slow motion. I just found that 30 versus 60 frames doesn't affect video quality and is just harder on my computer. The X5 has bigger sensors, dual 1 by 1.28 inch versus 1 by 1.8 inch on the Air. On paper, a bigger sensor and more internal processing means a cleaner image. We'll put that to the test in a minute. Now the weight is something every mountain biker feels. The X5 feels kind of heavy, it's 200 grams, and the X4 Air is 165. But on a chin bar of your helmet for a 2-hour ride, you feel it. Both batteries are good too. The website says at 8K, the X5 can record 100 minutes and the X4 Air 88 minutes. But in my experience, I don't really mess with 8K. Both cameras with stop and go filming that I do for my videos last well over a 4-hour filming session, and I've only had to use one battery per video ever with these cameras. The best thing Insta360 has done with these cameras is the replaceable lens. The X5 got that, and I have put it to the test. I dropped this thing 12 feet off of a roll-in recently, and it held up so well. The lens took a hit, but I just popped on a new one. So I was really pleased to see that the X4 Air has it too, and it's just 25 bucks a lens, because it used to be, if you'd ship this lens, your camera was dead. So I'm out here on the trail and I have both action cameras, the X5 and the X4 Air. And I'm gonna be doing some back-to-back tests, and I'm not gonna know which footage looks better until I get home. So you guys can be the judge and help me out. Comment down below which one looks better. I'm thinking with this perfect lighting right now, they might just be the same. But it does struggle a little bit going in the woods with some really harsh shadows, and that's when the sensor size matters the most. So let's go hit the trail and find out. Kicking off, we're on a trail called Wildfire. I know I said it's good lighting, but it was a dark, cloudy day, and you can definitely tell the X5 is letting in more light. But the difference is very slight, at least on this trail. Most people, when talking about low light, are talking about like recording at nighttime or nightlife or something. For us, low light happens in the middle of the day. It's called being in the woods. Those deep shadows, that filtered, blotchy sunlight coming through the trees, that stuff wrecks footage. Bright, then dark, then bright again. Sitting here watching the uncompressed, full quality footage, I think I like the X4 Air in 8K mode the most. On the X5, the 4K 30 is great, especially with the HDR turned on, something that isn't available in 8K mode. Quick comparison between the two cameras on the bar mount. This uses a clamp plus the selfie stick to hang down low. And oddly enough, in 4K 50, it loses the HDR, but I feel like I like it better. It has a nice motion blur, which shows speed. The X5 handled this well, and I didn't notice the difference between 30 and 60 frames. But watch this jump here. Looking back at the footage, the X5 definitely has sharper footage. Looks like it can handle a wider range of brightness. The X4 Air is less sharp, but it has more motion blur, and I kind of like that. It feels more immersive, and it makes me look like I'm going faster than I am. I imagine if I was back in Phoenix where it's just full sun all the time, no shade, the X4 Air would be perfect for out there. Now here's something that might matter, even if all this 360 stuff sounds like more work than you want. Both of these have a mode called free frame. This uses only a single lens, so it works like a normal, really wide action camera. But here's a clever part. It records a wide horizontal video for YouTube and a vertical video for Reels and Shorts. And that way you're not like cropping in and losing quality. It's doing that all in the same file at the same time. That's huge in 2026, where short form is just the way to start your career. Short form's just going crazy, but making a full-length YouTube video is still on everyone's minds. And the X4 Air and the X5 do this exactly the same. So even if the cool mounting positions and the trick 360 shots don't click for you, chances are having something that records for all platforms at the same time could be really useful. So back to my question, who is the X4 Air for? Both cameras are great, it just comes down to your needs. I remember when I was getting into YouTube, $300 on a GoPro felt like so much money. So it's really cool that the X4 Air sits right there, $300, and with basically all the same features as the X5. I could see this one for someone newer to 360 cameras who isn't a pro content creator. Maybe they're a road biker that wants to record their races mounted to their bars, or a rider who just wants to catch the moment a stick kicked up and nailed him in the leg. This is light, easy, and there when it happens. But if you want the absolute best, the cleanest image, the low light range, and the slow motion, the X5 is your camera. But if you want light, portable, full 8K at a lower price, the X4 Air is a great entry point. And right now there's a sale, plus they'll throw in free accessories for whatever camera that you choose. So click the link in the description to check that out. And they even have a link that you can buy through Amazon and get Prime shipping. So big thanks to Insta360 for sending these out. And if these interest you, click the link below. It really helps support this channel. And stay tuned because I have a bike build. Actually, I have a big July coming up. You're not gonna want to miss it.
Internetan itu soal totalitas. Buat kamu yang selalu berkreasi, tenang. Ada support total tanpa henti. Bikin kamu tenang, senang, menang. Pakai Bisnet.
Told you, are you to the bone? Have I ever called you when you are all alone? And if I ever forget to tell you how I feel, listen to me now, babe. I want you to the bone. I want you to the bone. Every corner in me, that's your presence the ground. Maybe I let you ego by saying how I feel, but I didn't mean it before. I want you to the bone. I want you to take me home. I'm falling. Love me, Lord, I'm rolling, losing control. Body Find your inner anthem, write another stanza. If you're on the dance floor, go ahead, put your hands up, sing it with the band, the sun don't shine. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
See this? Made with Envato without a production budget, and you can do the same. As a video creator, I need high quality visuals that stand out but don't come with a Hollywood price tag. With an Envato subscription, I get access to video gen for B-roll, music gen for soundtrack, AI voiceovers and images all in one place. Plus unlimited downloads of motion graphics, LUTs, transitions, templates and fonts, everything I need to edit faster. With more than 26 million assets. Cut the cost, cut the time, and make better videos. Now that's seriously great value. If you're a creator, this is your sign to try Envato today.
Wujudkan misi Anda secara online dengan domain.org dari Hostinger. Klaim domain Anda